What's up everybody, back for another Hawkeye Star Roll video, and this is the video where we go over what characters got quote-unquote buff with the new relic sets. Now the reason I say quote-unquote is because before, when I did these videos, they were very popular, that's why I continue to do them. People actually got a buff, right? This would be stuff like when we got the dot set and the follow-up set, the one that you can get in like the like ghost area, right? That one was an actual buff to units like Kafka, Sampo, Serval, um, Luca, right? And it was a buff to characters like Himiko, Jing Yun, who used the follow-up attacks, Topaz, and it was pretty nice, right? Nowadays, unfortunately, characters are a little funny, and they really have like very specific relic sets. These ones are very, I cannot stress this enough, very specific. So a lot of these characters are going to be characters who can use them, but they're not necessarily a buff, and they probably just have better sets. That's just how it is. There is one character who actually is going to want to run this at the moment, but we'll get into that. So first things first, the first relic set increases the wearer's max HP by 12%. When the wearer's max HP is 5,000 or higher, increases the wearer and their minimal sprites crit damage by 28%. Then the second one down here increases the wearer's speed by 6% when the wearer's speed is 135 or 180 or higher. Increases the wearer and their minimal sprites outgoing healing by 12% slash 20%, obviously depending on which one you have more of. Now, the main issue you guys see here is memo sprite stuff. Luckily though, the characters can use these even if they don't have a memo sprite, right? Now the first thing that comes to mind when seeing HP and crit damage is going to be Blade. Now this one might actually be good for Blade, right? However, I'm not a Blade connoisseur, so don't know if this is going to actually equal more damage than his other sets, but this actually looks like a pretty decent set for Blade, right? If it ends up being his best in slot, I wouldn't be too shocked. Blade is kind of dead in the water though, so if you're Blade main, test it out because God knows if anyone else is gonna test it out. I'll be real with you. Next up is the character who actually wants said set, and that is going to be Tribby, right? Tribby scales off of HP and actually wants to do her own damage, so increasing her crit damage and increasing her HP is pretty nice. She can actually use this, so shout out to Tribby for being the sole user of the set at the moment. Then that's it. Because, let's be real, what other HP scaling DPSs do we have? I thought Arlen was one. I actually genuinely thought Arlen was. No, he's attack percent. So, it is what it is, right? Next up is the speed outgoing healing set. Now, this one would actually have quite a bit of characters in it just off of the 6% speed for trying to reach speed thresholds. However, we have one that gives 6% speed and then break effect that you probably already farmed and is also arguably with a better set. So that one kind of ruins it for it. However, since there's outgoing healing, you can use it on these characters if you want to hit certain speed thresholds. Do note that I probably would run energy regen stuff on these characters instead, or some other stuff, right? But hey, this works, right? These characters are going to be Bailu, Huo, Gallagher, Lynx. Where's Natasha? I almost clicked play that. Natasha. Where is good old Linksha? And last but not least, we're going to put on good old Luocha. Let me scan through to make sure I did not miss anybody. I believe these are all the healers. If I'm not mistaken, I think I got them all. Awesome. Okay, now the reason these characters are here, I know people are going to be like, oh, you just run the break effect one on Linksha and Gallagher. That is correct, right? But these characters can use a set, and it's actually just not a bad set, right? You're increasing your outgoing healing, so you heal more. W for healers, right? And you're increasing your speed. This allows you to hit like 134 pretty easily. This will allow you to even go 160. Now the reason this is good for healers is because one, you could spam basic attack and this could be a skill point generator for you. Plus, more actions mean more energy, so you can get their ult off when you need it. Now, this is obviously going to be more beneficial for other characters here than others, but I mean, hey, it works, right? Now this one is definitely going to be for a future character. This one is for Tribby and probably could be like a Castoris one if she ends up being a remembered CPS. This could be Castoris. I'm just expecting her to be a DPS because I feel like most anniversary characters, when you think of an anniversary character, you think of a DPS. Um, Unless they want to pull a fast one on it, right? Castoris will more than likely use one of these two, and if I had to guess, it would be it's a crit damage one, right? Like, let's be real, she has a big ass dragon. That does not scream healing to me. It shot a big ass beam in the little trailer it did. That does not scream healer to me, right? So Castoris will probably use the top one, right? I'll put her up there because why not, right? So this one was clearly just made for Tribby and Castoris, right? This one, no idea. We quite literally have 3 Remembers characters, that being Castoris coming up, right? That's not out yet. Aglia and the MC. Aglia wants speed and all that stuff. Harmony MC, or sorry, not Harmony. Remember, it's MC. Just wants crit damage and as much energy as possible. So they're not really going to be doing any healing. So this is screaming future healer as a Remembrance character, right? So with that knowledge, if you are missing a healer, this would actually probably be a pretty good set to farm. We don't know if this will have HP or attack, but just farm up and hold on to a bunch of pieces. So when they come out, you might have a good piece to level up and go from there. So spoiler, Remembrance healer of some sort is going to be coming out. Other than that, there's not really too much else going on with the bottom set. Really, it's just the top set, which unfortunately, when grinding, you're pretty much going to be stuck getting these pieces, trying to go for the top pieces. Luckily, we have the synthesized features, so if you've been saving up your relic remains, you can just go ahead and make your own. I'll probably just do that because, I mean, not saying I won't summon for Remembrance Healer, I just don't know who they are. Most of the designs are pretty cool, but if I end up getting the one that I actually just don't care about, then I'll feel kind of crummy for farming this. We'll see, though. I do have some runs saved up because I wasn't too sure what Planar I was going to farm. But yeah, that's pretty much it for who these are buffing. Now, the next set of relics that are coming out are going to be a 4-piece normal relic set. So that will be a bit more exciting. Hopefully, we stay away from Memo Sprite stuff, considering the last relic set was Memo Sprite. It's Memo Sprites who want low speed or high speed, right? Now, they could always just say whatever and drop more Memo Sprite stuff, but considering not every new character is going to have a Memo Sprite, Mide and Tribby don't, that'd feel kind of crummy. I mean, as long as they make their effects kind of like this, where it's their Memo Sprite and them, so you can technically use it on other characters, that wouldn't be too bad. But if they lean into more Memo Sprite only stuff, that'd be kind of crummy. Like, let's give some old characters some love. I know they are buffing older characters, but having them have a new set would also be pretty cool. I mean, more grinding, but I mean, hey, if it ends up helping them in the long run, I do not mind that. But on that's going to be it for the video. Let me know in the comments if you're going to be farming this new relic set. Planar set. Let me know what characters you're going to use this on, if you're going to use it on any at all, if you're going to try to test out some stuff with some characters, let me know. And of course, don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.